Mr. Ron's Keto Café. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. This is just a pop-up live to let you know how it's going. I didn't make any announcement about this or not. Well, today is September 8th. It is a beautiful day, but it's an overcast day. It's getting ready to, it's going to be showering off and on all day and all weekend from what I'm seeing. So what we got going on, so I go down to the store yesterday to buy some coffee and I bought the wrong kind by mistake. Don't you just hate that? It was so putrid I couldn't even drink it, and I threw out the rest of the cups. So I ended up going down to my favorite coffee shop, and I got a coffee this morning. So I'm using my camera phone at the house for the YouTube live, and so let you know it's going good. I did complete this week's assignments in school, and I don't know, guys. It's going to be rough on me, and I'm going to click on my YouTube chat video, see if anybody's been doing the chat with me, so I can look at the chat to see how this goes. Okay, so I see it's like kind of like a delay on the computer chat compared to the phone chat, because the phone chat is live and the computer chat is just trying to get caught up. So yeah, so I did school started Wednesday, so I did Wednesday and Thursday at school, and I already got one of my homework assignments. So I'm just going to go over it real quick and show you what I got to do for one of my first assignments. She says, select 12 hours of a day before the due date of the assignment. Track and write down your use of all media and all purpose for using them during these 12 hours. Include the social media sites that you use. If you don't want to disclose them, just state the social media site. Include all apps, all sites that you use through your smartphone, computer, laptop, and or tablet. And if you don't want to disclose the specific name of the apps and sites, just state the app and the site. Then create a brief journal that explains which media did you use, when did you use them, what times during the 12 hours, and for what purpose did you use them. If use all these media frequently, i.e. on daily basis, and often during the given day, or rather infrequently. So for me, that's pretty easy. But hi, Cindy. What I'm doing is I'm doing a live video chat on my mobile phone, and I'm just watching it type on the computer. I'm just going over my syllabus for today's homework assignment. I had one homework assignment. I completed it. But the thing of it is, I said my Aunt Jeanette there, she's a sweetheart. She's in her upper 80s, and she used to be a school teacher at Mount, which was a community college, the same school that I'm attending right now. And I sent her my homework completed, and what I'm asking her, I don't want her to do my homework, but she's going to just proofread it. And what she's going to do is just make sure that it's worded properly, and make sure the header is right before I submit it, because it's important for me to get good grades. Now, I talked to advisory yesterday, which is really the counselors that were over there, and I talked to quite a few of them over the last couple of days, and they're all there to just help one another. And so I had the other girl go through my syllabus with me and what I need to do and how they need to do about the schoolwork and everything. And you can hear me fine, right? I hope so. I'm pretty sure you can hear me, because I haven't got my headphones on and I'm not talking through my computer speaker, so I'm using my camera phone for change. And so it's kind of really warm and muggy the last couple of days here in our city. It's been above 95 degrees for temperatures. It's been terrible for heat. Today, right now, is kind of comfortable in the morning. So what happened was I went down to the local store yesterday, and I bought some coffee because they ran out of coffee, and they got coffee coming in the mail today from Amazon. And I went to go try the K-Cup. The first K-Cup I put in exploded. All of them coffee I had grounds. Dumped that out. And then I go to make another cup, and it was so terrible I couldn't even drink the coffee brand. It was a Dunkin' Donuts medium dark roast, not medium, but dark roasted coffee. It was so putrid. It goes, oh my God, this is awful. So I woke up this morning at 3:30. I had a couple of cups of coffee, not coffee, but I tried to have one cup of coffee, and then I had a couple of cups of tea in me because I needed something to get me going. I typically wake up about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So then I asked my friend Mary. I said, Mary, you want to go down to the Main Street Cafe, which is my favorite coffee shop in the city? And the mayor has a coffee shop, and they sell, like, uh, those all kinds of different stuff with the holiday seasons that are out there. Like currently we're in Halloween and, and get ready to in the fall season. And he's got a lot of great little knickknacks in there you can buy and stuff like that. I'm planning on picking up quite a bit of stuff there this month, and because I want to take away my green screen and I want to just create like a nice background setting for that, and or I might just I can get a pop-up green screen behind me, but that program that I'm using, Filmora, you don't need a green screen. It'll take out the background without that. Hi, Adrian. I just don't know what your name is, but okay. So I'm just watching the chat. So I'm just watching what's going on. I'm gonna try. Right now, I'm on the back end room. Right now, it's kind of quiet. I got a computer on order, guys. I ordered a HP VIX, I guess VIX or a V computer. Anyways, it's 16 gigabytes. It's a gaming computer. I got it for $999 and 16 gigabytes, and it came with a bundle package, and it should come this week or next week. So I'm trying to listen for the doorbell to ring so I can go answer it, because otherwise I'll have to sign for it and wait for next week when they deliver it. But it's the 16 gigabytes and the 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I need 32 gigabytes of RAM. The difference between the one and the other one was almost a $1,500 difference. So you would have paid $1,500 more for the 32 gigabytes. So this is something to think about. So I'm pricing the gigabytes on different websites, and on Amazon, I can get 16 gigabytes, a chip, right? Two chips. They have 16 gigabytes each, because that's how the computers are when you pop them open, and I can get them for under $50. So I went down to Staples yesterday, and I asked him, "Do you do that there?" And he said, "Yeah." Well, how much do you charge? He said they charge $40. And what they do is basically, I don't have the tools, and I don't want to destroy the computer, so I'd rather have somebody professional do it. So what they'll do is it's only 4 screws, but you gotta have special fine detailed the proper tools, right? And you gotta know what you're doing, because if you pop off the back end of your board and it's not properly circulated, you can short out your board. So and he said, "Well, how much you charge?" I said, only $40, and it shouldn't take much more than an hour, maybe 2 hours top. So they charge according to them by the hour, but you got to supply them the chips. And then once they pop out the other 2 chips, insert the new chips, snap them in place. Then before they reattach the screws, they'll flip it upside down, and then they'll boot up the system, run the BIOS system, and make sure it got updated. And then once they know it's updated, they'll flip it on the back and side, and then they'll tie in the screws, and then they'll check it again, and then I'm on my way. But for the sake of buying the lower end computer is what I'm getting at. So this is just to help you guys. So if you're a mom or a dad and you have a kid that's going to school and they need a computer that needs the higher end RAM, I need a computer that has a lot of RAM, 32 gigabytes, because I multitask many videos. Sometimes I piggyback 10 videos, and I edit the video in a huge production, and so I really need the more powerful of the computers, and that works out pretty good for me. And so I'm really excited about the computer coming down. And again, I made contact with quite a few counselors yesterday, and I got kind of like confused on the way out yesterday, because I got out about 5 o'clock yesterday. I went down there yesterday morning thinking I had a 10 o'clock class, and it turned out I only had one class yesterday late in the afternoon, so I went all the way back there yesterday afternoon. So, and then the second class, I saw some of the students with their laptops on top of the desk, and you only got a little desk there with laptop. I goes, "That's not going to work for me, because I'm old school. I need to have the mouse. I can't be bothered by one of these Rudy Toots, So that's not going to work for me in that class. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that class if I need a computer. But she did say yesterday that she's going to try to get another room, us to have like tables, because what she wants to do is group us all up in groups of 4, and we're all going to work together as a group. So when we work together as a group, you got 2 choices. You can either submit paperwork like this, or you can just verbally talk about your assignment, and either way is fine. And I'm all for one. I hate doing this, but I will do this. But I'd rather do the latter and just talk about my assignment and what we got going on and all that good stuff. And so this is going to be a really good situation for me. But the thing of it is, Donna and I have a lot of appointments to keep up because of age bracket, and I can't just keep canceling these appointments. So if it becomes too much for me, he said, Ron, if you have to make the appointments, make the appointments, because, it's not a big deal. And so coming up, and hi, hi guys. So thank you all for joining me. This was an unannounced pop-up live, and it's Friday morning, and I'm just going over my syllabus and what's going on. I called up the doctor today, and they called me up, and I called her back up today, and they said, look, I need to reschedule my October surgery for my left hip to January or February, and any date is good, but Monday. And there shouldn't be an issue with that. And the reason why, because when I talked to my counselor yesterday, her name is Shelby, I said, and I was telling her all my what word I'm looking for, help me out, God, help me out. My inspirations or whatever. Okay, so I said, look, I said, how's this going to work if I have to go out and have surgery? Can I continue my classes? And are any of my classes available online for the spring semester? And she said, actually, most of them they are all online, and or I could go down there. So my thinking is, because I'm gonna have to take math and English and all that stuff, because this is a 2-year degree program. That so when I have my surgery, I won't have to be worried about missing class, right? So I can rehab at the house. I won't have to worry about traveling in the winter time, and then I can do my online classes, and then I think they may or may not take a break in the summertime. I don't know, but I feel so bad for that teacher. I says, oh my God, she's teaching about 6 classes a day. And she was telling me, she said that the teacher that was supposed to teach one of these courses quit because he didn't want to do the online class and, the virtual indoor class. So he said, no, I'm not, if I can't do that, I'm not teaching this year. So she's by herself. Mind you, she's got 2 kids and she's got a life also besides teaching. So she hasn't got a lot of time to spend with some of these students. So and again, so the first day that I was there, she wanted to know a little biography about me, and I said, "You got about 3 hours, So I said, "So I'll keep it short to about 5 minutes," which was really really hard for me. So and I told her like all the activity that he's doing for the city and all that stuff there, and then she said, "Well, then why are you here? If you know most of the stuff already?" Because well, first of all, I'm here because I got a download from God told me, Ron, I need you to go there. And second of all, I'm there because I never got a college diploma back in 2012 when I was there last time when I attended that school. I was there under a certificate program, which I never got. And I wanted to get my college degree this time around. And that's why I'm there. And I told her I'm here to help you, and I'm here to help the other students if they need my help. I don't know it all, but I want to just learn the stuff that I don't know how to do. Now, here's the thing about what I'm doing is when I'm filming, like for YouTube and my video recipes and my weekly adventures. And when I go out on the city right now, and I'm doing a lot of city activities still with the camera, because we got the tractor parade coming up in October. I'll film that and I'll show you what I filmed. And then we have the Halloween parade that comes through here. We got and that's really cool. That I don't do the candy stuff anymore, but it's fun to watch the costumes and stuff, and they have floats and stuff like that go by, and then we got the cannoli festival, and like tonight I can't do tonight's activity. We got what's called the food truck festival. If I wasn't doing keto, I would probably go down there and do that. But tonight I do the bingo charity, and I drove downtown just now to return something at Staples, and they got half the downtown already blocked off for anticipation of tonight. And so I said, well, the heck with that. And so I do the charity on Friday nights. I don't bother with that stuff. So I just, and then I had to return my staple product, and then I'm going into Staples today to get that done. And I go, oh my gosh, she said, I got to cut it out. I'm looking at, they got a $179 chair, guys, on sale for $88. I says, and I tried both chairs. And this chair, you can see behind me all these little pinholes. That my cat made it that way, and he made the other chair even worse than this. So he can have this chair out in the front room, and I'm going to get that other chair for $88 this weekend when my check comes in later today, and I'll probably stop down there this weekend. But we have tonight. I do the charity on Friday nights. Like I said, I sell charity pull tabs, and I go around talking to everybody. They all know me there. They all know me by my first name, and I know many of them by their first name. and this, she's got a good crew that volunteers on Friday night, and of course, you, like the mayor says, the world is run by those who show up. And unfortunately, not everybody can get paid, and I don't mind volunteering because this is what I enjoy doing, and I'm doing that. And then tomorrow night we have the Brooks Pond. What did I say? From Brooks Pond. It's in the city. They got a huge concert tomorrow night. Neurotic Gumbo. They're a great group. I'll probably film maybe a little segment of them, but YouTube might have an issue with the copyright. And then they have free food before the concert starts, and then at 9 o'clock, after it's all done, they're going to shoot off some fireworks. And again, everything's all weather permitting. And then in Sterling, which is about 4 towns over, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they have the Sterling County Fair, which, they have animals and, rides and all the great smell of the foods. Again, a lot of that foods I got to lay off of. But I do want to go onto the Ferris wheel this year, and I want to go onto a couple of other rides and do like little videos. And they also offer helicopter rides for $34 or $35. And I want to do one of those. And of course, then for us sports fanatics, we got football this weekend too. So I got a lot going on, and I've been posting recipes. If you've been noticing, I'm pushing out to the end of the month at least 2 recipes a day. If you like me talking like I'm talking right now on my mobile camera, you let me know, because what I might start doing is I'm going to start doing live videos using my mobile camera, and then I'll just flip it around into the kitchen. And then sometimes my wife might come into the kitchen, and I might put the camera up and have her say hi. And I'll even put my camera down to my cat, and he can say hi. He can be a big meow, a little freaking pain in the ass, pardon my French. He got into my room twice, actually 3 times this morning. I've been up since 3:30. I should be really tired, but I went to bed early last night. I couldn't stay up past 8 o'clock last night. And typically I'll get up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and last night was no exception. If I sleep longer than that, it's a bonus. And so he got in. I let him in here. He gets in the back of my bed. He'll look at he'll sit on the windowsill. He'll do some window watching, bugaboo hunting, I call him, because he loves to look at bugs and tries to chase them. When he sees a fly or a moth or something flying around him, he starts meowing. I said, well, I can't help you there, And my other little cat, Angel, there, she was the exact same way. And so I got a these are all my appointments. This is just happened the month of September there. Look at all the appointments that we have. It's like, oh my God, it's like a roadmap. I says, I can't make all these appointments. Are you guys crazy? Between my wife and myself. And then I got to get them with school too, and the homework that they give me. I says, oh my word. So yeah. So hi guys. Hi for all you new ones. Rides. I'm jumping back and forth today. Okay. Yeah, it's going really, really great, guys. So I just can't thank everybody enough for all the new subscribers. I jumped on this morning. I had like 940 subscribers. It's holy crowley. And you know what I might do sometimes when I'm at college? I might do a live in college. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention too, I went on to vistaprint.com yesterday, and I ordered some business cards, and it's a really, really cool card. So when I do the week at 160 update, I'll show you what an image of what it looks like on the timeline. But it says keto, and then on the bottom of that, it says Ron's Keto Cafe, and then I have my YouTube contact information, and then I got a website, ronsketocafe.com. But if you look at it, there's really nothing there except for a page. I haven't even edited it yet. I've been so unbelievably busy. I am looking for some help. So if you know how to design a website, I can offer you a little bit, but not. It's done, but I just needed to update it with pages and how I want pages and whatever. And all I want to be able to do is just drop and drag my text into it and be done with it, and just update it periodically. And I have some other people locally, but I'm not spending $1,000 for a website when I did most of the work myself right now. But because I'm going to be really, really busy with schoolwork, I got to keep up with the kids. But I was talking to Shelby yesterday. She's one of the counselors and she's really a nice girl. And she said, Ron, anytime you get stuck, come in here and see us. We're here to help one another. We all just want everybody to succeed. And so I was telling her, I said, yeah, if it becomes too much, Shelby, I'll have to just either walk off and just do one class at a time, because I don't want it to become so overwhelming, and I'm going to get so frustrated. I'm going to walk out, because for somebody at my age, it's okay, like if you're a young kid, 20, getting out of high school, and that's what you want. But when you're my age bracket, it's really, really hard returning back to the school. And not only that, I can't read out of the book. If I read out of the book, I get a headache, and I can't comprehend what I read. I struggle with that, and so they'll be able to help me with that. So, see, these glasses I bought, like, I've had these now for a couple of weeks. These are progressive lenses, and I pay like almost $500 for these. So I went down to where I bought these, and what they did was they ordered me a pair of readers, and that she said, "Well, how much are they?" She half price for me because I bought these within the month. So that's cool. So they're on order. They'll text me when they're in. So, I should get them in next week, and hopefully that'll be a big difference. So when I'm reading my text, okay, so I got my text from somebody there. So when I'm reading my text, I won't have to read it like this. And I mean, they're all blurry to me, and that's half my problem right there. So once I resolve that problem, that'll be fine. And then I'm the type of person where I cannot learn from a textbook. I learn everything. There's a specific word for that. I think they call it ketogenic or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, you learn hands-on. I think you guys know what I mean. And I'm everything hands-on. I'm old school. I don't learn from textbooks. I learn by just, okay, I can look at that program and say, okay, Ron, okay, I'm going to give you 30 minutes to figure out how to use Adobe After Effects. And that's a very complicated program. I look at it and say, I got it, I know it, okay? And then the other thing I want to teach the students that the teacher might forget is when you're doing these editing programs, I can't stress this enough, learn the shortcut keys. Once you master the shortcut keys, your workflow will speed up really, really fast. So you won't have to be wasting all kinds of time trying to figure out what each function of the keyboard represents. And what's great about Adobe is you can send out for a keyboard a cover and put it on top of your keyboard, and what that cover has, it has all the shortcut keys right there, and then they give you a cheat sheet. But I don't need the cheat sheet because I go through all the commands or the controls depending on what system you're operating under. Now I was going to get a Mac computer, but here's what the deal is with Mac computer. Yeah, they're the best operating system in the world. I get it. But I can't afford a $4,000 computer. If you're in that situation, you want to send me one, be my guest. But I'm not asking, But it's just too expensive. But what we got going on with the YouTube channel? When I checked it just a little while ago, it was 940 subscribers. So when my channel becomes monetized, 1,000 subscribers, I'll have some super chats in the bottom. So like down here when you're doing a live chat with me, you could. If you want to help me out with just, whatever you can afford, but I'm not asking, but if you want to buy me a coffee, $1.50 or $2 for a coffee, something like that. That's the great thing about your channel being monetized. And then after a while, so YouTube starts actually paying you for this stuff. But, and then when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm going to probably giving away 2 shackles, 2 mini dashes for one giveaway. And then as we progress and start growing the channel, the more and more subscribers, when we hit milestones, I'll have, I'll increase the value of the giveaway to something a little higher, and it'll be all brand new, and it'll most likely come as a gift from Amazon. I might even do like an air fryer one time, or, hey, tonight if we reach 500 subscribers, or like, the 1,000 subscriber that subscribes to my channel will pick 10 names randomly, and then we'll do a giveaway or something like that. And I see other YouTubers doing something like that, but I just feel as if I want to give back to you guys, because you guys have been supporting me right along in my weight loss journey. I'm currently down to 225 again this morning. I've been doing pretty good. I was talking to Jason last night from Just Jason from his keto channel, and through live chat. And sometimes when you reach a certain plateau, you're not really meant to lose any more weight. And I believe that's where I am right now. I've been 225, 230 now for the last 2 years, actually 2.5 years, and I don't think I'm meant to lose any more weight. And if I don't lose any more weight, I'm fine. I never would have thought I lost 145 pounds in a 3-year period, and the weight staying off. And again, I tell people, concentrate on your health. Don't focus so much on the scale, because it's just going to drive you crazy and get you more and more frustrated to where you're going to just give up your weight loss journey. And I've had people 85 in the 80s, they're asking me for my help with weight loss, you know. So I've been really, I'm not a doctor, I don't make any medical claims, and I can't give you any medical advice, but I could just be here coaching you. If you need my help, I'm here to help you guys. It's not that hard. I'm, and a lot of these recipes that I've been putting up, I'm experimenting all the time. And what's the worst thing that happen if you experiment with a recipe? If you don't like it, you just throw it out. If you don't like it, don't eat it, right? But and that's what I do. I gotta I did think I posted. I did post. I might have posted it already this morning. It's coming up in probably in another week or two as a scheduled video. A while back ago, I took a avocado, and I wanted to make an avocado shuffle. Most people that do low carb weight loss know what a mini dash is. It's kind of like an Eggo waffle. So I took avocado, cut in half, popped the seed out, and I scraped it all out, and I put it in a small mini blender, and then I added an egg to bind it, some simple seasoning, and then I added some cheddar cheese in it, and then I put the thing on it and mixed it all up really well, popped it out, put it on the mini dash, and I had 2 shackles out of it. And then I used that for a sandwich. But and these are some things I just playing around with on my own. Sometimes I get ideas from other YouTubers, and one idea I got was to make a chocolate shuffle a while back ago. So when I opened up my mini dash, it was so fried and so toasted I couldn't even clean it up. I was laughing so hard. I have a video I'm getting ready to put up. The Bleeps and Blenders are the best around over the last 2.5 years. I have a short little video clip. So if you're a YouTube content creator and you mess up and you're filming, don't throw away those clips. Because eventually, as you evolve and get really good at editing, keep them, because you can condense them down to Bloops, Bleeps, and Blenders. I remember that TV show that used to be on in the past. So that's really great to do all that stuff. And I'm also looking to host somebody. If somebody wants to come in and be a regular guest to me and like a co-host, and we can both do like a we can think of a clever title like Keto on the Couch. I don't want to take a title away from Two Crazy Ketos, but we can think of a clever title. I believe Lindsay and Dingo, she has something called Wellness Tuesdays or something like that, or I don't know if that's her channel that does that, but that's one of them. But we can always think of something clever to say. If you're interested in doing something like that with me, we could pick a certain time and we could pre-film it in advance if we have to, and just play it in a premiere and just answer the questions that way, and or do lives and do a split screen live. What I'm working on is I'm trying to figure out OBS website software for video streaming, or maybe StreamYard. I'm not sure about StreamYard on the mobile camera, but I know a lot of people use StreamYard. Now, this computer that I have on my desktop, it doesn't have a camera on the monitor. That's why I have to use that portable camera. And when I'm looking at the live video feed, it comes in distorted, but then I look at the replay is fine. But my lighting here is terrible. And so the new computer that I have has a built-in camera, and the video is 8K. So when I'm going to be talking on that computer, I'll have a really good quality video for you guys, and then I'll have a little bit of a microphone hooked up over here, so I get a nice clear voice than what I can currently give you right now. And everything has been all a trial and error to me, guys. I just I encourage you, if you're trying to lose weight, not to give up. You're coming into you're right there, just about at the end of summer into the fall months. So it's kind of cool right now. It's good to go walking if you can and you're healthy enough. For me, that I was doing 3 to 5 miles a day, right now walking is taking kind of a back step, and that's another reason why I haven't been losing any weight as fast as I'd like to. My left leg is doing exactly like the right leg was doing. It's giving out on me as I'm walking, and I got to be careful now. I don't want to go back and have to use the cane again if I don't have to. If I have to, I will use it, but I just don't want to do that right now with the cane. And because I'm so independent right now, it's bad enough I'm going to have to deal with it walking when I have my hip done in January, February, whatever time frame she wants me to have it done in that. But I don't know. I think I must did enough jibber jabbering right now. But is there any questions that anybody wants to ask me or anything like that before I go or anything like that? I'm still looking at the chat. Putting on the rides here. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be filming the rides here this weekend. Yeah, I want to go on to the Ferris wheel with my wife. They used to have. I don't know if you're familiar with this particular ride. Yeah, they had something called the Scrambler, and that's pretty cool in the whip. So I want to try some of that. And like tonight, they have fireworks over there in Sterling, but again, the weather is doubtful today. We don't know with the weather because, but they're still gonna have the fair, and they probably, but you can always walk around with an umbrella unless it's really, really pouring out. Hi Tamika. So I've been on for a little bit now. It's almost 11 o'clock. My wife's got a noontime appointment. I just, yeah, it's really, when you're a senior, guys, it's really, really hard, especially when you're gonna make all these stinking appointments and. I keep telling everybody it's a bitch getting old. If you're happy where you are with your current age, stay there for the rest of your life because once you hit a certain age, it's really, really rough on people there because we have to make appointments and, you got to follow through with your medications and all that if you're on medication. Speaking of medication, I'm not on any medication, by the way. I got off when I lost all my weight. I got rid of sleep apnea and I got rid of all my medications and everything. So I feel really, really great. And considering for somebody, I get up every morning, usually around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Anyways, that's my normal time I wake up because I used to work third shift for many, many years, and I'm so used to staying up nights. It's just automatic to me. And even if I'm having a rough night's sleep, I'll get up around that time and I'll just stay up the rest of the morning and I'll enjoy my coffee. But this morning it pissed me off when I couldn't have my coffee, and so I went down to Main Street Cafe this morning, and I said he's got another new girl starting there today. I forgot what her name was already because there's so many names that I'm trying to remember. I said, can I get a large coffee this morning? So the my first day of school, I went down to the college, and I'm walking through the hallway, and I talked to both security guards. One, her name was Melissa, and the other guy's name is John, and they were directing me where to go, right? And then yesterday when I went upstairs to the third floor, I was looking for my room that I had to go to, and then I talked to this other girl. She was really, oh man, her name was Melissa, and she's a security guard for the campus. And I said to myself, where were all these pretty girls when I wasn't married, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at my school teacher and I said, oh my God. I said to myself, this is just a guy thought now, okay? So I'm saying to myself, I said, boy, honey, if my teachers were half as good looking as you when I went to school, I probably would have stayed in school, because I dropped out of school when I was 15 and I couldn't deal with my teachers any longer. But she's a real sweetheart. I said, oh my God, she's been teaching college for over 20 some odd years. There's two kids around in their 20s, and she's teaching full time and a half a dozen classes every day. So she's got a full slate schedule on it. So she said, did you want something wrong? I hung around after all the kids left yesterday, and I said, I don't really want anything, but I just want to make a comment. I just want to thank you so much for your service because I know what you're doing is not easy, and they really appreciate that. So I'm going to go down to the local farm this weekend and pick up a big bag of apples and drop it off next Monday there when I go to school into the advisory's office for everybody to enjoy the apples. I usually go down to Shoalin Farms and pick apples. They're going to have the Apple Festival coming up pretty soon, the October Festival, where they have people bring in scarecrows and they set them all up and stuff like that. And then they have it's a big, huge event for our area. So, and Donna and I usually go to that. And so when I go down there, I'll take a little bit, they call it B-roll video, and maybe I'll pick up another bag of apples and bring them. Usually I'll pick apples, and every now and then when I'm walking through the apple orchard on any given day, even though apples aren't keto, I grab a couple of apples and have a couple of bites off each apple and throw the apple down on the ground because there's only so many apples I can eat in one day before I get sick of them. But that's another reason. If you're doing really true carb keto and it's 20 net carbs a day, just remember that a lot of these fruits have a lot of hidden sugars. I'll give you some examples. Pineapple, oranges, bananas especially. They got a lot of hidden sugars and a lot of high carbs. So if you're trying to do 20 net carbs a day, and if I'm following true keto, doing 20 net carbs a day, and doing, say, like 2,800 or 3,000 calories a day, whichever comes first after it plateaus out, then I'm usually done eating for the day. And so you got to be really careful with that. So you don't want to take yourself out of ketosis, because when you're in ketosis, your body is burning fat for fuel, and you want to stay in ketosis as much as you can. And how I've been able to do a lot of that is I've been drinking a lot of water. And now that I'm in college, I'll bring a couple of waters with me every day when I'm going to school because I don't want to dehydrate. And so that's, yeah, and that's a good tip to remember that. And don't forget to be watching for some recipes. I got one playing today. I got two playing every day. Last night we did a premiere. We made mayonnaise for the first time. Well, actually, that was the second time I made mayonnaise. And that came out really, really good. And so what I did with the mayonnaise, guys, I took like one egg, 1 cup of oil. It could be any oil of your choice. I used avocado oil. And then I add some simple spices into it. And then I took a little bit of French's mustard, but I would have normally put the Dijon mustard in, but I didn't have any. And then 1 tablespoon of a fresh lemon. I squeezed my whole lemon in it because I didn't want to waste the lemon, and that was fine. So once I put the stick blender in, it captured the egg on the bottom, and then I turned it on. As you're rolling it around like that and pulled it up, I formed mayonnaise into a mason jar. So when I got done the recipe, I poured it into a small little container, and then I took some regular relish, not the sweet relish, but the regular relish. I took a few tablespoons of that, and then I dropped it in there, and I didn't show that part in the video, but I wanted to see how it would. The mayonnaise was great the way it was, but then I wanted to see what kind of flavor it would have given me. It tasted just like tartar sauce, and this is really great now because you can take that mayonnaise. I've already eaten that mayonnaise. I mean, I could have eaten the whole jar the way it was. It's basically 1 egg, 1 cup of oil. And so I made a couple of cheeseburgers the other night with a shackle, and then I just took some mayonnaise and I put it on top like, and I made kind of like a Big Mac sauce out of that. And that was a die for. I said, oh my God, that was so good. So be watching for a lot of recipes like that. I'll be posting from time to time as they get time to fill in. Just be respectable because I'm going to be really, really busy with school today. I have it low right now before Dawn has an appointment, and I'm waiting for the doctors to call me back about the appointments that we have and stuff like that. And I did a Facebook Live this morning. Well, that's another thing too. I got a Facebook support group, Ron's Keto Cafe support group. So if you want to come over, you encourage to say, Ron, I saw you. Can you give me just request a friend as an invite, and I'll accept you. You're encouraged to put your YouTube channel onto my channel website over there, Facebook Support. I don't promote drugs though, but anything else you want to put regarding weight loss or meals or recipes that you want to put up, I'm okay with that. And again, the website is still under construction, so don't expect anything when you go on there other than Ron's Keto Cafe with I got a theme up there, but I haven't done anything to it. I might offer the job to somebody if they want to finish it up for me and offer them a little cash. I haven't got much here. I could probably $200 or $300 or something like that if you know somebody that it's okay with something like on a low budget. But I have developed websites before, but it's just right now it's just I'm relaxing today and it's just too much time for me. I already got one homework assignment done, and I got to read one of the chapters out of one of the books, and it's got questions in the back of the book, and you got to read through the chapter and you got to find those questions. So I read one chapter and then I realized it's got questions. So it's like that in every chapter. So now what I'm going to do is get the questions, read it, and then reread it, and then read it again if I have to, just to find the answers, and have everything all highlighted so I know where the answers are. So when she asks me verbally, do you know these answers to those questions? I go, yeah, I do. I have them. And, so I can speed up the process, because that's all part of the grades. And again, if this class becomes too much for me to handle with the other class, I'll just cut back on this class. And even if I have to extend it to 4-year program, it's not a big deal. For me, there's no time frame to get this degree. Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing too. So I never graduated from high school. I did get my GED, and typically when kids graduate from high school, the student body president at the school or the dean would present the kids with a diploma. You're dressed up in a cap and a gown, and then the mayor of the city will come up and give them that. Now, I never had that when I went to high school, even though I got my GED. So I asked them yesterday, I says, if I decide to stay and if I decide to finish up my college, do they do that there? And she said, well, the dean of the college or the president passes out the diplomas, and yeah, you have to dress up in a gown and a cap. And I said, well, if if and when if that does happen, would you got be okay if I invite the mayor and come down and present me the college degree? It says, well, you'd have to get permission from the president, and you would be okay with that, because what happened was there was a student that graduated late, about my age, and his dad passed out the diploma to the kid, and I don't have a dad anymore or a mom because they both passed away. But I thought that would be really, really cool if my friend Dean could pass out the diploma to me, because he's been the mayor of the city for over 30 years now, and I went to school with him since I've been 5 years old, kindergarten together, and we went through downtown childhood playing with each other and stuff like that. And by the way, his mom's still alive. She's in her 90s. I said, can you imagine? I goes, oh my God, and her mom's an absolute sweetheart. So, but he'll be there at the event tonight downtown Leominster, and like I said, a lot going on this weekend. So we're just going to take this weekend. We're going to enjoy it and assume a class on Monday, or reassume a class on Monday. I got one class on Monday, but I'm going to get there early in the morning on Monday and stay there a little late on Monday and try to get some help with some of this stuff there, because I don't want to fall behind the students. And I want to be able to help them and help the teacher, because I feel so bad for her. And but anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I guess enough jibber jabber. Thank you guys for all coming in this morning on Unannounced Pop Up, and be watching for week 160 update. I'll have a few more things to say. And again, I'm not gonna try to focus in so much on the weight loss. I'm just gonna focus in on the health and continue on with the recipes. If there's any recipes that you want me to make, you let me know. And if you want to become a co-host with me, you let me know. We'll figure it out together, and we'll have an assigned date, a specific night or day that we want to do this, and I can work around your schedule depending on my school schedule, and have a good time and a lot of good laughs. And if you know anybody looking for inspirational videos for recipes, and follow me along my journey, reference them over to my YouTube channel, because again, once I get my channels into monetized, I'll be doing giveaways periodically, and that's what it's all about, helping one another, and that's what I want to do. I just want to continue helping you guys out and continue to inspire everybody to get out there and get healthy. And so I'm going to get going, because it's 11 o'clock, and I was going to make pancakes this morning, but I think I'm going to hold off and wait till later this afternoon. But anyways, you guys have an amazing day. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And have an amazing weekend if we don't catch you on the next live this week. Whenever I might come back and do another live later on this weekend. But have a great day, guys. Love you guys.